We're all waiting for the answer.
I have been around the neighborhood with Damien. The first time was when he was interested in possibly leasing a space in this project. And the first time I walked the neighborhood with Damien was about 2 years ago when he was interested in leasing a space. At that time, we were still figuring out our final construction plans, and we were not actively leasing the space. Now, when I say actively leasing, I mean sending out email blasts, flyers. However, our property was put on our website when we acquired it in October of 2014. At the time, we purchased the property with a master lease in place, and that master lease was with Citizens Bank, who controlled the entire property through a master lease arrangement up until January of 2018. Because of the delays that we've experienced through permitting, we extended those leases with our active tenants, including the nail salon, the juicery, and Citizens Bank on a month-to-month basis. And so as of January, we have controlled the property in terms of the maintenance responsibilities. We have a day porter that comes on a daily basis and picks up garbage. There are times when the day porter arrives slightly after the pickup and then has to do a pickup from the typical pickup that happens in the city. We don't have a tenant on Salem Street. We have no tenants in the residential property. So where the trash is generated from on the Salem Street side, I cannot say. However, we did install cameras so that we had a better sense of what was happening, and we did determine that there are some residential tenants on Salem Street that are putting their daily garbage at our property. We have made an effort to close off the opening to the former bread and butter space, because that was a very attractive area for a particular homeless person that I believe is well known in the neighborhood. We close that area off. We do power wash it on a regular basis, and we do maintain the property. It's a very, very challenging thing to do. I acknowledge that. I have monitored our various code violations. We've had some that have arrived at 9:15 a.m. when the typical pickup comes around 9:30, 9:45, and some days. We can show you, if anyone is interested, a video clips of all of these things. I believe it's challenging for all property owners within the North End, because the sidewalks are narrow. It's difficult to manage it. It's not something that is unique to our property or unique to any of your properties, I am sure.
Can I offer a rebuttal?
We're gonna hear from you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm still waiting to hear yes or no.
She didn't answer the question.
She didn't. She diverted.
Just about to get there.
Great, thank you. The names of the people you contacted.
In terms of our leasing initiatives, as I said, until we had control of the property, had a better sense of our construction schedule, we were not actively seeking tenants. What we typically do is we send out email blasts to brokers. It's not unusual for any landlord to use electronic means of marketing their property. It's typically what happens in the industry these days with leasing brokers. We sent out flyers, and I can show you all of the dates through and the number of people that were sent them out to, 4 to 5 flyers over a period of time between September of 2016, when we first started talking publicly about this project, through to 2017. Overall, we had 8,000 to 10,000 recipients of our email blasts that go to our database, which consists of real estate brokers, property owners, business owners, etc. And we had also, because we were more public in the summer of 2016, received several inquiries from business owners in the North End, business owners in surrounding communities. And I'm not going to name names, frankly, because we never entered into letters of intent with those individuals, and it would be a betray of the confidentiality of someone reaching out to us and saying, I would like to go here. I can tell you that I have emails, correspondences from people that were operating restaurants in the North End, were losing their locations, and had reached out to us. The difficulty that we had at this time was dealing with the time difference and when we would be able to offer that space as an opening. At this point in time, I'm sure you know, we are not under construction yet. We hope to be in the next couple of months. Our construction period would be somewhere opening 2019, turning it over to a tenant 2019, then having them do their own fit out. So if we started reaching out to people in 2016 and said, we really can't offer you the space until 2019 or 2020, which is a lot of the conversations we were having with people, they're not interested at that point in time.
Unnamed people.
Damien, I hear what you're saying, and
There's no confidentiality in that. There's no,
and
you know, people who are not
Judge,
tenants don't
she's-
care about
Judge,
confidentiality. It's
Judge,
okay, I have a
Judge,
different
she's
question.
There
Judge,
is.
speak, I'll call
There
on
is,
you in a minute.
And I also think it's important to note whether it resonates at all. Charter Realty and Development is a privately owned company started by two entrepreneurs
Where are they tonight?
about my age 25 years ago.
Where are they tonight?
If you would like to let me finish, as everyone this evening has let you finish,
Okay.
it would.
I'm sorry,
be
Karen, I'm just
courteous.
wondering where the owners are.
I have
All
been
the
with
owners are here, where are they?
Again, I have been with the company for 16 years, and I represent their interest at these meetings. The two principals have other responsibilities within the company. This is my responsibility, and that's why I'm here. It's been owned by two entrepreneurs for almost 25
Two
years.
cowards who sent you here to
When
take
they-
all the punches.
Damien,
Again, when they started the company, but frankly, I find some of the comments that you made to be slanderous, Damien. There have been no issues
It's your
at all
interpretation.
of any unethical business practices or illegal business practices ever in the history of the company.
May I take this in a different direction, Maria?
Marvin, I'm gonna do everyone who hasn't spoke first, George, and then you can speak.
Marvin Spencer, Cafe